Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. If we can capture the Explain 11 again, we'll be showing you shortly. It's just loading in the background. Um, welcome everybody on Discord and welcome everybody on stream with us. We're going to do the return flight. So we're flying from Edinburgh back to Dublin, and there is a very special reason for it. A couple of guys asked me to help them get going with VATSIM now, after they've obviously watched the last couple of streams. You know, the guys seem to be very interested now in VATSIM. But not all of them have real world experience or any online experience. So I'm busy creating like a little IFR script that I'm going to give to the guys just for, the ATC lingo, talking the talk. And I'm going to base it between these two airports, Dublin and Edinburgh. And the reason is it's not very entry level. You've got to think a little, so you're going to have to study a little and you're going to have to practice a little. But it's got a whole bunch of things that we can obviously learn, teach you, okay? And then once you are familiar with it and all these things, I mean, you're going to practice it a lot. We're going to go online and we're going to just take the same procedures you guys have now got in your muscle memory, and we're going to then get you guys to push the talk button, see how well you guys do when somebody's actually telling you where to taxi and what to do. So that's the whole reason behind it, and I'm hoping to help a few guys get into VATSIM because of that. It makes sense to me to get practice between a specific pair of airports, so you get the lay of the land, the lay of the airways, the SIDS, the stars, and so on. And that's just what I've been thinking about in the background.
Well, that's a really good yet terrifying idea because I'm still very uncomfortable with VATSIM, but that familiarity might help people. So yeah, I think that's great.
I think, I was sitting a little bit and thinking about it, Paul. Um, I think we all need some bit of familiarity to just make it easier, so I hope it's going to help. And hello, Steve Mitchell. Welcome on stream. Thanks for joining us. Paul, we got to do something, and, there's no rule that says that you should fly any other airports on VATSIM, or there's only certain airports that you can fly. I mean, if you get proficient with this airport pair, okay, and I mean, you'll get bored of it when you are proficient. When you are still learning, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be tough. Sometimes you're going to cry. Sometimes you're going to be exhilaratingly happy, you know. But you'll know when it's time to move on, and then you can try maybe Manchester, EIDW to Manchester, or EGPH to Manchester. You understand? So then you can start branching out on your own. Just put your feelers out. Same principle. Um,
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, and with a few odd situations chucked in, like holding short of the runway that you're not going to,
mm,
that
mm,
threw me on one occasion, expecting to
yes.
hear the runway that I was headed to and
Mm.
give way to traffic and all that good
Mm.
stuff. That all helps, I think.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. And at the end of the day, it's going to mean a lot of practice. Nothing for nothing, eh? There's no such thing as for free. So you're going to have to put some practice into it. But we're trying to now make it exciting enough and easy enough to get the practice. So again, just how I'm thinking. Obviously, other, um, what do we say? Hints and tips. If you guys want to put something else on the table, that's also welcome. But I kind of enjoyed yesterday's flight. Yesterday's flight was like a benchmark for me. It was really a good one. So that's why I thought, why not use this city pair?
Yeah, and Hakan loved it, which was
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
That controller was excellent yesterday.
it
He
was.
was right on. Yeah, he knew his stuff.
Yeah,
He wasn't a beginner, that's for sure.
yeah. All right, so guys, I have been messing tremendously with scenery add-ons and stuff. So I'm probably going to find that scenery error on the tablet, which means I'm just going to quickly have to reload this aircraft. Alright, so let's go do this. In the developer menu, reload current aircraft and art. Let's do that. By the way, I had a very interesting, very fruitful discussion with Dan from Sim Toolkit Pro this morning, guys. We discovered that I did. In fact, I must show you. Let me show you this while we're waiting for the reload to happen. If you guys recall, oh yeah, no, it won't show. Okay. I need to go find that command. Let me get the other way to show you. Alright, now we have to wait for explain to load because there's a special command I need to run for the OBS software to see SDKP, and that's not in place. Anyway, when you go to your frames, your actual airframe setups in SDKP, it should show now. Yeah. So let me just show you guys quickly. Fleet, your fleet. We go to manage the fleet, and then we go to the airframe profiles. Apparently, I had a space between Zibo 189 and Zibo 160, and that threw the database around a little bit, unbeknownst to me. So what happened, or what happens, is when you go to flight planning and you create a flight now. I'm not going to run the whole thing now. I'm just demonstrating to you. All of a sudden, what happened was when I selected my aircraft, it did not populate the flight number prefix. And that was related to the space. How's that? As something so small like that just created a
Hidden
bit of
away
a
to
problem.
trip you up.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Dan is very clever, and it took him like a second to tell me what it is. It's really not a problem for him. So, right, let's check. That message should be gone now. And guys, this is like I said before the stream. This is not the beta. This is actually explain 11:41 today because I want to see some scenery again. We are flying real time, and we are also flying with active sky, so the weather and everything else should be as real. Let's go have a look outside. This is the Orbx scenery for this airport, and I love it. It's awesome. I think in terms of the training situation that I spoke about, this is a reasonably basic airport to use, since they also closed this additional runway. As you guys can see there, that runway closest to us has been closed down, leaving only the other one open. It shouldn't be too hard to learn the taxi routes and the procedures actually employed at this airport, and that also makes it nice and interesting to use Dublin on the other side, because that's obviously now on almost the other side of the spectrum, where it's actually very interesting and sometimes can be confusing and difficult to use it. So we'll look at all of that. Mr. KZ, hello, welcome. Right, and in this simulator model, I've even got little Ryanair livery versions of the ground handling deluxe. Golden Harp and Ryanair. Okay. So let's start somewhere. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want Swift. Want the VA client. We want to fly this for the VA. Um, will any of you guys be flying with?
Not me on this occasion.
Okay. Come on, Swift. Swift's up and running, but it's like hanging. Okay, there's life. Something's happening. Alright, let's get this display captured. There we go. Alright, so I've added my VAMSys to my Sim Toolkit Pro so I can get my Ryanair, my EasyJet and my British Airways virtual straight from here. This happened in the last, I think, 24 hours that virtual British Airways actually joined onto this facility. So that's kind of cool because, you know, if I wanted to fly to them, I had to go to the old system to go fly them. So that's cool. Let's see what's happening here. Right, so that's our route. We're going to copy that. Then we've got 166 passengers and 1.9 tons of cargo. 24,000 feet will be filed. We are going to do this on VATSIM. And we hope we're going to remember all of that. One thing I did not write down is that's 813 today. 3, 3. All right. Just while we're talking about this, or at this point, I did ask Dan why he changed from a drop-down list to a search bar, and he said to me it's because of the number of aircraft that some of the people have in their fleet. It makes it impractical to have the drop-down list, so it kind of makes sense. I don't have that many. I think I've got 6 in total that I actually use. So anyway, everybody should be happy. All right, then we're gonna create the flight. No, we can't. Hang on, not here yet. Not here yet. Close. First navigraph. Make sure that we have the same route.
Hello.
Hello, Arkan.
Hello, sir.
How are you, Arkan?
I'm trying to
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I've gone through all kinds of emotions today, but we've survived. We're okay. Alright, 06 Olaf, you were correct. So I said to you, we'll check it closer to the time. So we have 040 at 7 knots, 1250 Zulu. Okay, that's like 25 minutes ago, so that's up to date. EIDW. 040 at 14. Alright, that makes 10. 10 active. Well, we'll see. Now this is where the SOPs and VATSIM might actually clash, Olaf. And it might mean that we are going to be asked to use 16 or one of the others, you know. That's a 3, 4. For now, what we will do is we'll set up for runway 10. And we'll take it as it comes. I think we shouldn't have too much issues with that one. That's fair enough. If the VATSIM guys use different one, we'll change in the air. No, I didn't. I told you I'm going to be here.
Did you
How
now?
could we forget about Uncle John?
Yeah, that's impossible. You know that. Gee whiz.
Afternoon, everybody.
Hello, Uncle John.
Right.
Good afternoon, sir.
Is it
Good afternoon,
afternoon
John.
already?
Well, for me it is. Hello, I'm trying.
Just got out of bed again.
No, I've been working for a few minutes.
Alright, well, you're welcome.
I'm taking 06.
For takeoff, for sure, Uncle John. For sure.
Nico, one recommendation to you.
No. No! What, Hakan?
You can put SIM brief to the STKP.
I know, but I don't need to.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, but it's a good point because it's now supporting the browser function. You can do that. It is a good point. Nothing
I
wrong with the
even
point.
I even put YouTube there. Everything in the same speed.
Alright, so I don't know the real difference between those three. I don't know. Let's take K. Let's go see what it looks like. L.
That looks good.
I prefer that one. That's R.
I'm taking K.
Oh, you're welcome. Ooh, and there's a Z1 as well. That also doesn't look too bad. I want that one. R. Why not? Why is it so weird like that? One would think that those two would actually be in line. Hmm. So if you use the RNAV, let's use RNAV then. Why do we worry about ILS? Let's do that.
I'm taking 349.
3-4 RNAV. Yeah, Uncle John, you can do what you want. You're not flying online. I've got to consider the other guys. So you're welcome.
Sure.
Ha.
Nico, is it Vulkan or just
Normal. Now I'm using normal. Because I wanted to see my scenery for a change. You know, I talked so much with Dan this morning and I never asked him why we have to put these things in twice. I'm not going to put the stuff at the back again. Tony, do you know?
No, sir.
By the way, just a question now for you all. This morning when I wanted to create this flight in Navigraph, I went to the manual input, I put in the two airports, and I couldn't click on the create button to save my life. I managed to find the answer. Have you guys had the same on your stuff? Because it looks like it's updated. It got an update. So I don't know why, but it took me a second or 10 to figure it out. I did figure it out, but have you guys seen that?
You know, I think I did late on yesterday.
Yeah.
This morning there was nothing strange in STKP for me, so
Not in STKP, Navigraph.
I have opened Navigraph via STKP.
Okay.
There was no problem as well.
Alright, because what happened was, or what I saw on my system, when I go to flight, new flight, now all of a sudden you've got to give it your own name. And I missed that. So I was putting in the normal origin, destination, clicking create, it didn't work. And then I figured out you have to put a name in there now.
I live same situation sometimes with Navigraph. It requires updating to the page. You don't need to close and open. You need to wait a little bit and try again.
Okay.
But most probably related to Navigraph service issue.
Of course, of course. No, that's definitely a Navigraph thing. Ach, EGPH, sorry. Glasgow. To 40. Alright, flying on right. So let me just fix that. That's done. Right, weights. We've got. That's always interesting. In the website in Ryanair, they said 166 passengers and 1.9 tons. But if you look at the actual client now, it's got 188 passengers. Don't know why they don't sync it. Interesting, just noticed that. Generate a flight plan. Alright, today it is working lovely again. Thanks, Mr. Casey. Alright, so now, some pre-file. I'm just moving that off screen because it obviously contains personal information, so if you guys wondered. It's not sending it, not doing it.
Nico,
Yes, sir.
there was a real pilot, A320 pilot last night. They
Yeah,
were streaming for what was the business name of this? LGSM.
okay.
Samos, he did very well job and landed to runway 09. I followed his instruction and I realized that he used some company charts that I posted on
Okay, okay.
group like Nico. So if you follow that one, it is really enjoyable and it works. So just
Alright,
I recommend that flight again for everyone.
alright, okay. Thank you, Hakan. And I think I discovered, Tony, why we need to add this. This seems to be part of the marriage between Sim Toolkit Pro and the rest of, well, Sim Toolkit Pro and SimBrief, and obviously now VATSIM, because I kept on getting no information filled in. So I have to do this again. So you have to fill in the stuff at the back. That's the Sim Toolkit Pro version, and this page is the SimBrief version, if I can simplify it like that. We learned another lesson. Yo, to go and copy that thing again. Alright, let's try again. So, VATSIM pre-file. Let's see if it pushes the information over now. Negative. This is definitely broken. Let's try IVAO. Nope, also not working. No can fly now. No can fly now. Why now? How now, brown cow? Anybody care to hazard a guess? Have you guys tried your version this morning, the 47? Does it actually work for you?
Yes,
Not tried it.
I tried. Yes, works properly. So close and open again.
I did. That's what I just did.
You have to connect to explain first.
Yes, you did.
I did. I was connected on the previous one. That's one of the first things I did.
Okay. Just another thought, Nico. Did
Mhm.
you update it with explain open?
No.
Okay, I just
No.
wondered about the.
What happened was me and Dan were working together, trying, and we fixed a whole bunch of issues. And I actually seem to recall it was working because we said our goodbyes and we went our separate ways. So yeah, I don't know. Steve, yeah, we'll have to get to that one day. We'll have to get. Let's just try this. You see, I've connected to explain now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's load this thing.
The other one I've had a problem in the past was updating Simple Clip Pro with Explain open, and it doesn't allow the plugin to update.
No, that's definitely that is a given. I know you and I've spoken about it as well. I'm quickly going to kill my explain.
I'm not saying
Nico,
you haven't done it, but a tip for other people is
Yeah, of course, of course.
Nico,
Hakan.
could you please check your SIM brief on web browser because sometimes it rejects two passwords and usernames. You need to renew. Uh, this could be a problem, maybe.
Okay.
Sometimes, not always.
Hey, Lewis. Toolkit Pro.
So this is the full delete and reinstall procedure then.
Yeah. I just want to re-download. Make sure I get a fresh copy.
afternoon all.
Hello, hello, Kevin.
Hello, sir.
Hello there. Well, all it needs is Scottish Central to come on now, and you've got ATC all the way.
Oh, that'll be so cool. Let's just quickly before we connect anything, let's just pull this thing in, see if it works. Negative. No go. No go. Ha! That's not cool. It's a flight number.
noticed that yesterday that Sim Toolkit Pro wouldn't let me pick the airframe.
Yeah, you need to type now. Yeah, of course, I'm live now, Lewis. Let's quickly see. Let's go to that website. Let's have a look. See. All right. Well, there is the current flight plan. This is so Sim Toolkit Pro did send the information to SimBrief. There it is, very definitely. But now it's not bringing it back into the system. Hold on. Let's call Dan.
And if anybody can, Dan can.
Yes, Dan can. If Dan can't do it, no one can. I'm telling you.
Dan can.
Dan's the man.
Yes.
Let's quickly. It doesn't seem to be available. Well, that leaves me kind of stranded because
It's back to the
What I
old
did
way of doing
yesterday
things, isn't it?
before was I just clicked on to load the latest SimBrief flight and it brings it back into Sim Toolkit.
done the same doesn't work. Hmm.
Just out of interest, can you just quickly go to settings and make certain it's still showing your username?
Yep.
No,
Hmm.
it's still showing it. So, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering if that might have been a reason when you did the reinstall.
If it doesn't work now, I'll just quickly move over to something else. 813. Mm. I don't want to be funny, but it looks like my database is corrupt. If you ask my opinion, just thinking a bit further, I think my database went corrupt now.
Have you got to load latest SimBrief flight? Is that supposed to come up for a clickable one?
Yeah, it is, and that's what it does. I'm trying, it just clicks, it says loading, and it doesn't bring it in.
Yeah.
Mm. Avia man, hello, hello. All right, no, well,
Okay. No,
cheerio.
well, you know your way around this software now. I'm just trying to think of things that may have been.
Yeah, and I did change it back. Kind of good with things like that. So yeah, I did bring it back. I'm trying to think what else. I'm really, really under the impression that it was working after me and Dan was done. I just can't remember if I actually did a flight plan. I mean, we sorted the other stuff out, but I can't recall doing a flight plan.
I take it back, Nico. I couldn't get it to load either, and what I did was I went back to the virtual airline and dispatched my flight plan through there to SimBrief, and then
Mm,
downloaded it onto SD.
yeah, I'm not worried. Let's move on. Happy Easter, Abiaman. Same to you. Right, so export. Right. So talking about doing it the old-fashioned way, there you go. That's the OFP we got from SimBrief just now. So we're going to just continue. When Dan responds, I'll explain the situation. And I have a black screen. You guys see more than me do at this point in time.
Is that the Ryan Air
Prop version.
OFP?
It's the retro prop version.
No, the OFP is from Sim Brief.
No,
Is
no,
that
no,
the
no, no. This is Lido. I always use Lido.
okay?
Prop version.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be there next week, Arkan.
Good, good.
You can go the scenic route down Loch Ness if you do take that,
Yeah, why not? See if we see old Nessie there. Throw her some, I don't know, something to eat. I don't know
or
what
you
would she
can
eat.
fly low over Arran and places like.
This is the Orbx EGPH. I'm really impressed with it.
I like the night view where it lights up the tower.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
We add a GPU, so we don't need a GPU. That's not ready. So now with X-Vision, the appearance is a little bit darker inside of the cockpit, so we'll just end up switching on some lights.
Good job.
Am I on your parking?
No, it doesn't matter. You carry
I'm sorry.
on. No, there's no problem on it.
Okay.
Is where I tapped it into last night.
Me too. Me too. That's what the guy gave me, so I'm just starting here again. Okay, we'll get that from ATC. Alright, ATC. I don't see an ATIS for this airport. Unless it is in a place where I'm not looking for it. Yeah, I don't see an ATIS.
Only a tower and ground.
Yeah, but that means ground needs to put up ATIS.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I understand. Hello Steel, good morning Krister. No, my friend, that's on you. You need to go and make sure you get the same stuff in the right place. I don't know how else to put it. Just play with it. It's not that difficult, just time consuming. So just sort out your combinations. yes, Dan. Not get any back, so cannot refile as there seems to be zero data. Well, I've uninstalled SDKP now again. I was thinking of redoing the whole thing, so we'll get there as well. Okay, well, this looks acceptable.
Flyer 65 kilo radio check.
There's ATIS now.
65 kilo radio check.
He's just enabled the ATIS.
Runway in use 24. Transition level, flight level 70. Surface wind 060. 8 knots. CAD OK. Temperature +12. Dew point +2. QNH1017. Acknowledge your receipt of information Tango. And advise aircraft type on first contact 1415.
I need to listen to this wind. Still today I am.
Tango. Time 1320. Runway in use 24. Transition level, flight level 70. Surface wind 060. 8 knots. CAD OK. Temperature +12. Dew point +2. QNH1017. Acknowledge your receipt of information Tango. And advise aircraft type on first contact 1415 Zulu.
Dougal, yes, we're okay. We are okay. All right. Edinburgh, ground Ryanair 813.
Right one, go ahead.
Just checking, according to ATIS, wind 060 at 8 knots, but you have runway 24 active. Is that a mistake, or do we stay with that?
Yep, 24 active, around there.
Thank you, just checking. Okay. Okay, alright, so before I continue, Dan says I must install SDKP again, and there's a trick he wants me to do, and then we'll see if it works or not.
Ground, good day again, flyer 65 kilos, sunset, the name Briar 190, information Tango on board, request clearance to London City. Flyer 65 kilo, clear to London City, cost 1 Charlie, score 5414. Departure GOSAM 1 Charlie, squawk 5414 for flyer 65 kilo, thank you very much. Flyer 65 kilo, rate of course.
Steve, if I can get it done in the next 5 minutes, then I'm okay. Then I won't worry. I just need to put my backup quickly in place again.
I have a message to Ryanair.
Alright, awesome. That's Ryanair.eu, the website.
Says Phoenix,
Phoenix,
dot
yes. Vamsis.
CAN, yeah, dot EA.
Awesome. Just gonna move it off site. Right, okay. Now it says I need to close it and reopen it.
I'm pushing.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
So, John, your sim toolkit's working beautifully, is it?
It seems to be.
My bad influence watching the stream then.
I don't comment on that.
No. No, no, no. Ah, so it's working. Right, then I just want to fix it with my own credentials again. Yeah, Dougal, it was basically the other guys really, you know, I'm not one of the developers as such. I sit on the other side of things. But between Yeri and Zibo, they've put a lot of hours in here and so on, you know. So yeah, they worked quite hard. That doesn't mean I didn't work quite hard. It's just that I can't take credit for what they've done, you know. Yeah, it was fun. It is fun. Nice to test things. So let's quickly see. And then obviously the support and everything else there. Let's quickly see. Sim Toolkit Pro, where art thou?
You may not be able to take credit for the Zibo because it's taken an awful lot of credit for explaining the new features and how they work.
Yeah, I'm trying. No, I get it. I get it. Thank you for that. Okay, let's see if it works with my own name. Otherwise, my own name is broken. That's not a good idea to think of. My own name is broken. Yes. Yay! Let me just send him a thank you. Who's this guy? Let me just have a look. Looks like Steve Carell. I send him a gif where Steve Carell's bowing like a Japanese guy. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Now I feel better. All right. Okay, the only thing is I still can't project it onto the stream because it's not starting with all the correct parameters, so it doesn't matter. We'll make a plan around it. We can now continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rhino.
Welcome, my friend. Welcome. What? Did he take the ATIS off again?
What is wrong today, Nico?
No, this guy is making me not want to fly on VATSIM because he's taken his ATIS off again.
Well,
Probably after your comments, he doesn't have to change runway.
Yeah, because that's wrong. I mean, he's supposed to fix it.
Tower's gone off, and it was Tower that was providing the ATIS.
ATIS. Okay. Okay, so I'll tell you what. As long as they are confused, we will skip them.
You've only got ground on Edinburgh.
Yeah, and he's obviously a novice. I'm not going to bother with him. We'll wait until somebody more senior comes on because, I mean, 060 at 8 knots is not runway 24 in anybody's book. So, we'll skip that. Yeah.
I had a look at the procedures. You realise you've got noise abatement.
Oh, I'm not going to do that. I want to relax today. But I'll use cut back. I'll quiet down.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for sure. Right, we've got all that done. Now to get back on track. My golly goodness. Currently there are no runway winds. Could that be true? Where is my Sky needs to start up again. I must have double clicked somewhere to lose that. Casting 44, you're gonna have to hold on, buddy. You're gonna have to hold on for dear life.
Today there is a silence, Sunday silence in the group.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just taking it easy. I mean, I'm not giving instruction. I'm just enjoying it, you know. All right, I've got 22%. That's good enough. Yes.
Okay. Tester for your short-term memory. Okay.
Mm.
Can you ask me to ask that simply hit Pro when you finish streaming?
All right. You ask it now. Why not?
No, that's
Okay.
nothing. Nothing.
Okay. All right. 575, 49. All right. 575. This is the cherry on the cake. The USBs don't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One cycle tap, inshallah. There you go. I was just thinking I'm gonna go fishing now. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
Okay, we've got almost 10 minutes to kill here. I'm wondering if I shouldn't just forfeit that. There's no real point in just sitting here looking at the screen. So let's go for it.
Or show us around the Orbx Centre Airport and change on the day or something like
I'm on the clock for the VA. I can't do any of that. I can show you around, but I can't change the time of date or time of
that.
day.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, it's fair enough. I was just trying to think things you could do to
Yeah, wait some time.
get your
Well,
bonus.
yeah, that would be nice to get the bonus. So anyway, I like this airport. I had the struggle with the SAM 1 versus the SAM 2 again, but for some reason it wasn't as bad as the first time I'm trying. So when I installed this version now, this software now, this scenery, it didn't give me the same complaints and everything. So it looks like with the last SAM update, they must have come to some agreement not to clash with old SAM, you know. So that seems to be a thing of the past. So SAM 1 seems to still run here very well the way it was designed, but it doesn't interfere with SAM 2
Mate,
anymore.
do you have Orbx auto update on in Central these
Yes, I
days?
do. Yeah,
I'm wondering whether they've updated the airport even. You don't even know that
you
it's
don't know.
happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Dougal, it's up to date. Why? Do you know something that needs my attention? A hint as to why you ask would help me to maybe answer you better as well. Wait, look at that reflection at the bottom. That's very nice. Hey, Joshua, Samuel, yeah. Yeah, no, there is one small thing that I need to take out, but it's not going to cause a problem. With version 3.40.2 or 3, Zibo changed the folder structure somewhat. And that is why the request was made to delete the plugin folder. That has subsequently been fixed, so I'm leaving it there just for the record, but you don't have to remove the plugin folder if you're upgrading from version 3.4.5 onwards. Yeah. There will definitely be a few less issues. I was talking to a real world pilot as well, who said he would love to give us some help to make this mod better. And I said to him, that's fine, but I would love to come spend time with you so we actually install the mod correctly, because it doesn't help you chase an error that isn't there just because you didn't install it properly or use it properly. So he said he'll, thank you for the information, and he's probably taking it under advisement. We'll see what happens from there, because there seems to be quite a few real world pilots who would like to get involved with the Zibo now that they're sitting at home bored. They see something nice and they want to get involved. But, there's a foundation that needs to be laid to make it worthwhile. Otherwise, it's not worthwhile. There's no point in chasing a VNAV bug when there is no VNAV bug. Stuff like that. Small little things. Let's see how far we are. About 4 minutes away. We wasted a lot of
got
time.
to Scotland?
No.
Eastleigh, or
No, this is my own author. Yeah.
okay, no, it's fine. I'm just wondering how many of the fourth bridges, how many of the fourth bridges you could see. That was all.
Where are they? Where do we find them?
Follow the end of the runway of zero. That's it. There they go. You got one there. Go left, left, left. No, left, round to the fourth. I'm just wondering how many of the bridges you've got across.
Are you left-handed? Are you left-handed, McTrying?
No.
I'm just asking.
There. That's what I'm on. Scan left. 3 bridges out in the fourth somewhere. If you're on ortho. Right a bit. Scan right. Scan right. No.
Other way.
Scan your view to the right. In between, that's the airport. The airport is west of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
You need to go scan clockwise. Clockwise.
Okay, so there's Edinburgh.
The other way. The other way.
Yeah, give me 10 seconds.
Keep going round and round and round. Back to the fourth. That's what I'm getting at. No, there's no. Can't see the bridges. That's why. What I'm coming from is what Orbx scenery around the airport and how much it blanks off the ortho, if you're with me.
Yeah.
I've got Orbx Scotland, and one of the bridges doesn't show correctly, and then with the two married together.
Okay.
So I'll have to recheck it all.
Yeah. Guys, I don't really want to get involved with identifying people on stream. I don't think that's kosher. I don't think we should do that. But I feel you and I hear you, and it is creating friction. So that's also why I don't want to put it on stream. Um, we'll talk about it off stream if you want to. Dougal, this plane has never flown as well as it does now. There are so many kinks that's been removed from this cable, it's not even funny. It is an awesome little aircraft. I've been doing support on this aircraft for more than 2 years now. I know it inside out, probably not as well as Twixter and Zibo. But apart from those two, there aren't many guys who know this aircraft like I do. And there are quite a few guys that are butchering this. And I'm not talking just real world pilots, I'm talking simmers, I'm talking just ordinary people as well. They're butchering this poor bird, and it drives me nuts sometimes. And when I extend my hand to help them, some accept and some slap it away. Time will tell who accepts and who slaps it away. At this point in time, I'm just keeping quiet, sitting here on the side, watching. And yet, with your last statement, there are guys who are still saying that's a lie. It's not better, and this is the fault, and that's the fault. Anyway, so like I said, let's not get involved with that. I have done my 20 minutes. Let's make sure that we can actually push now. So let's
Round the cockpit.
get
I
going.
think I
Driving
know
up.
who you're referring to, I've reached out to him.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Oh, you know who I saw last night? I don't know how old the video is. I never checked the timestamp. But I actually kind of liked watching this video last night when I couldn't sleep. McTrying.
Sorry? Beg
I
your
said,
pardon.
last night I found a video on YouTube. I'm not sure how old it is, but it was kind of nice watching him. Steve O'Connor with the TBM. And he was
Right.
going through the motions, flying from Opelika to Bahamas.
Release
That's
parking brake.
not the 9, wasn't that the 850?
Starting pushback.
He was using the hot start. He was using the hot start, the sim.
Oh, it was the hot start version. Sorry.
Yeah. No, he was in the sim. Instead of in his real one, he was in the sim.
Yeah.
So that's why that was interesting watching him talking through it, because he's very qualified on X-Plane and that model, so he's not jabbing the model the whole time. The moment somebody starts jabbing the model, I question qualification immediately, because then you're talking nonsense. You don't know what you're talking about, and my mother taught me not to do that. You don't question something if you're not qualified.
But he's flown, I think, a real life 850.
850, yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
Steve, that's also true. The guys coming from P3D, some of them really struggle to fly this plane because all of a sudden the rails are gone. All the little sim shortcuts that they're so used to, that were sold to them as being study level. If it's not there, I've giggled a lot, I promise you. Um, I probably shouldn't ask it, and I get it if you guys don't want to answer and expose yourselves like that.
Preparation complete. Set parking brake.
But I'm going to ask it anyway. Those who
Disconnecting
feel free
code.
to
Stand by.
answer, feel free. Anybody thinking of updating P3D to version 5? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I was just wondering.
To all the purpose, to all end of purposes I already have.
I've
Those
uninstalled
disconnected and
yours, yeah.
bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board the Delta Sky Team. As you're making your way
Yeah, I know that feeling.
to Zero and out of trial, as
I know that feeling.
travel passengers will be if you're ready to leave as well. If your passenger allows you available, please place the overhead bins, either wheels or handles bins, on either side of the aircraft. Keep in mind that the overhead bins may be very close, so if the bins directly above you are already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought an extended item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, go ahead and utilize that
You know, I never finished my tour, Paul. Flying from San Diego all the way up to Genoa. Never finished that.
No, that was quite a regular feature, wasn't it?
Yeah, I always did it on a Sunday afternoon about this time. We would take the little Cessna and go fly P3D. Never
How many
finished.
hours are there in a day?
Yeah, ran out of time. And then, I don't know if you guys can recall, my P3D died. It took me almost 3 or 4 months to fix that thing, because between Orbx not wanting to come back online and P3D itself giving hassles and me not having the time to troubleshoot it and really investigate the issue to find a fix, man, it just became a bother. So I just left it. It's up and running now.
I for one am not crying over that.
I know, but it would have been nice to at least finish my tour, because, I mean, I have all that scenery and I never really used it. You know, spend a lot of money, like Dougal said. I think I spent 5 times what he spent. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating now, because that's in pounds. So maybe I've spent the same amount in pound version, you know,
You know
translating
how
back
much
to.
I've spent.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So
I don't use it.
yeah.
I had to step away to make a call. Are you with ATC on this?
No, no, that young kid that was there on ground obviously needs some more training, and I just wasn't feeling up to it. I was already frustrated. Steve said I must take a break because he can hear I'm frustrated, you know, and I was already frustrated, so I don't want to just escalate the frustration, you know. One of the things I do for myself is to come here to relax, not to work myself up. And if the ATC needs more training, it needs more training. I have not read. I opened up the charts and stuff here, but I haven't read the actual SOP for the airport. He might be well correct, and I might be wrong, which is another thing I haven't really investigated. I'll have to check on that. But I mean, the wind was completely against him. So, Steve, that is for sure. That is the only reason that I actually keep. Well, there's 2 reasons now, to be quite honest. It's the Majestic Dash 8 that I love, and also then my Orbx stuff that I really love in P3D. Hello, Joshua. No, it's alright. We're taxiing. We eventually on our way somewhere. Looks like we're going in the right direction. I hope so. How are you doing your side? Yeah. Yeah, in South Africa it's nice and warm. We've got 25 degrees here. I'm really enjoying the heat. After the last couple of days, it was a bit cold. Yeah. I bet. I bet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare your cabin for departure.
So what kind of takeoff are you planning today?
Okay, the cabin
VNAV,
is clear.
LNAV
Have a
with
good
a
flight.
cutback. McTrying wanted me to do the noise abatement story, so there you go. Do you have some other suggestion?
No, just that there are 2, 3, 4 different ways of going about it. It's just crossed my mind.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, nope, I haven't tried that one. You know, Dougal, apart from the Zibo and 1 or 2 props, I don't fly anything else, right?
Approaching 06. On runway 06.
I haven't flown helicopter in at least 2 years. I used to fly helicopters a lot. Zibo game. But my controllers are here next to me and they're not even plugged in. Oh, that was a lovely takeoff. The control was just, I loved it. It was just awesome.
1000.
Yes, sir. We had issues, man. We had big issues. I'm seriously thinking of just deleting this video when it's done, unless you guys really want me to keep it, because it was just one issue after another and frustration upon frustration. But we managed to win, so we're celebrating it with the actual flight now. Yeah. Okay. Come back when you're ready. Oh, that sounds good, Tuchel, very good. Yeah, that's my thought as well. But you get funny people. people would rather complain than to use the 2 peanuts they've got and just skip past. That's the problem. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I just don't like smarty pants. Smarty pants don't do it for me. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Okay, yes, yes. And the one goes under the water there.
Well,
Yeah,
the one under the water.
It's the widest fork in the sport.
But that that's how you started building the bridge.
No, well, it's clearly there. It's just not in the sim. The way it's depicted is just not there. Yeah, how far are you, Uncle John? You're probably already going to land.
I'm heading for NIMAT.
Nico, keep building
Probably a year ago when I received my big order of, but it's 18 months ago now.
18 months ago then.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at building maps now.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Hello, HD Simulation. There's an event at EGCC. I can't remember what they call it, but there's a special event at Manchester. Not sure if it's a Manchester flying in or what they call it, but yeah. I got you in some toolkit, Uncle John. Yeah, you're all for it. Still, I don't really have a problem with performance. Currently, I'm pushing 30s in terms of SPS. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Steve, I actually use ArcGIS. I only use Bing when ArcGIS block my IP, so then I switch over. And then I start an VPN and then I go back to ArcGIS because that's the better one of them all where I've made any of those. My friend, even ArcGIS is not perfect. Um, you have to experiment in the area. Look, there is a discoloring, you see. You have to experiment, see which one works best in your area where you want to make them. Sometimes Bing wins, sometimes Google wins, sometimes Arc. I personally prefer Arc for most places where I've been and made tiles, but you know, have a go. Hey, Piper Pirate, yeah, I was there. Me and Dan, Uncle John and Melon went through the whole process of that thing's development, eh? Yep. Hello, Captain Reynolds. G'day and welcome to the stream.
Out of interest, David,
Yes.
when you land as fighter
I can try. It's probably okay. Okay, I get it. I'll go try it. Oh, yeah, that's my son on the other side of the room. Freaking these things
Oh,
are sensitive. I'll mute it quickly for a moment.
no, no, absolutely no problem. I'm just a little shocked and occasionally surprised that he's
Let us. Yeah, no, you tell me. Okay.
He's not listening to you. He's not going to. Who's listening?
Approach. I'm on approach.
Okay, John, carry on.
I love it that you guys are building your hours there on the VA. That's awesome. Really nice.
Then,
Good, yeah, no, no, sir. I thought about it. You know, I've got too many other things that I'm busy with. I
I
can't
can
go and do it.
imagine. Just out there.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well done, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. Achieved that. More than ever could.
Did you know earlier?
Yes. So, so there is like a keyboard shortcut that you press that you enable, and we don't know what it is. Try Control Shift again, see if it fixes it, or if it just starts your video again, or what. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that control shift.
Alright, so if you don't press it, then it's okay. If you press it, it's not okay.
Correct. But I was
Alright, but we must change that afterwards then again, Uncle John, that's all.
Sad, I apologise, Mac. I was literally just on the phone trying to get everything.
No, fully understand.
If I'd have been straight, so it's fine.
I was just having had
Very nice.
okay, interesting. Did the secretary give step
I did not see any. I've just fixed my SDKP so you guys would flash up there on the screen quickly, so I'll just show you. I've got that hardware acceleration thing switched off, so it's working perfectly for us now again. So minimize it a little bit, yeah, there you go, and maximize. Perfect, okay, so that's done. I'll show you. At the back, it's in the properties of the icon, so at the very back of your target you need to add a string dash dash disable dash GPU. The moment you do that, it disables the hardware acceleration, and then the OBS studios can pick up that it's out. I've just closed it, so it's there.
That's also
Yeah, yeah.
just putting that out
Alright, I need to just fire up my Navigraph. I forgot to put my EGNOS code in. Four one two two five. Ah, no, I don't have that. But I have to fly LNOV now. Oh no, ouch. I'm not gonna go switch on the MMR for that. If you put an ILS in while flying RNAV approach, it goes wonky sometimes. You're not supposed to have an ILS frequency dialed into RNAV. Just do it normally. Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. For some reason I wanted to yawn right there. The question I have is, now do you see why I want to use this pair of airports for training? Because this is really a nice flight both ways.
It is, because even when you leave Scotland, you still got the coast winding down on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm. That's good, Hakan. Yeah, no. Definitely not.
That's weird. Anybody ever have the live map to a random different airport in front of you guys? An airport.
No.
Yeah, well, I'm convinced I've never been to you before. And it's just shifting again. Just somewhere else. Really. But I was going to ask, Mac, your air traffic region kind of guru. There are, I think, 4 different flavors of approach on duty now matches, and I think 2 do the tower. What's the situation with all that? And I suppose as a pilot you just get told him to tune into next, so it might not be such a problem. I thought
I
it
did say it was usually a approach. Like usually.
Question for me. Basic. No, the default 738 profile. All I do is I disable the wind. Hello, Martin. Jet noise. Yeah, I don't have much problem with it. I run out of VRAM if I push it too far, but Vulcan is okay. Right, let's get ready for this extreme landing again.
Extreme landing is good.
Yeah. Yeah, jet noise if you have it, but I've only got a GTX 980 with 4 gig RAM, so I'm stuck a bit. I had to drop a lot of settings. I am very definitely. I am. I've reached quite far into that goal, but I'm not there yet. Hopefully in the next month or so we'll have enough. But we are also, I made a decision to wait for the 300 series of cards. I don't want to buy a 280 Ti, 2080 Ti right now, when the other one is supposed to come out in a month or two. So. Martin, not after each fix, after each full update. So if you do a full update from version 3.9 to 4.0, for instance, that's a full update. You have to remove everything and then go with a clean install. Then you have to, but the fixes themselves don't influence it at all. The mods are perfectly safe, you know, coffee, tablet, the rest, it's all safe. Captain Reynolds, it's like the one I've got using here, yeah, for the Zibo tablet. It's in my install guide. If you really want the link, I can go find it for you, or you can just go look in my latest install guide. Almost at the bottom of the guide, there is a link to it. I've got the coffee one in there as well now, as far as I know, so you can change your coffee to a whatever that is, cappuccino, whatever. Captain Reynolds, what you can do is just look below the video. In the description, there's a link to my my private hangar. Go follow that OneDrive link. Just go to the Zibo folder in the install guide. It's there, so you don't have to go look for. I got it. Yeah, I understand. Hey, Jet Noise, thank you so much. Much appreciated. I really appreciate your support as well. Interesting little zigzag approach here, eh? Reinhard, bietjie saggies. Sorry, my God. No, I closed it. I closed it. HD simulation, no, this is not the beta. This today we are flying 1141 because I missed my scenery. When I fly the beta and because of the silly small VGA card, I have to disable all the third party stuff, which makes it not fun, you know. So I wanted to get back to some proper scenery and I changed a little bit today. Right, so we're doing the ordinary LNAV VNAV approach. As you guys can see, the EN system is kicked in there, so we're going to treat it as an ordinary ILS if it will let us. And I don't see the localizer, that's my only concern. Not sure why it's not there. Let's try the approach, let's see. Yeah, looks like it's taking it. HD simulations, where do you stream, by the way? On YouTube or Twitch? No worries, Olaf. Hello, hello, Jorge. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for visiting. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Well, I'm about to land here. We'll see how well we can do it this time, and time to get myself into a position for that. Not far to go. I'm sitting here sleeping. Should have been ready to land already. Jorge, just one question. When you fly, do you fly heading up or track up? Just as a matter of interest, I'm just curious to know. Knot crosswind. Almost crosswind. Okay. Alright, cool.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
I used to fly track up. Then one day I tried heading up and I kind of liked it, so I left it there and I've just changed it back. Good morning, EW.
Approaching.
Perfect timing.
0.
Only echoes if you've got the stream sound on.
Negative. Last night.
Oh, oh.
Approaching 400. Minimums. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
I moved that rudder way too much there. I wanted to kick a little bit of right rudder just to bring the nose back, and I noticed it was just a little bit too much.
Still very sexy.
Oh, oversensitive.
80 knots.
Thank you, Jorge. Yeah, I really just wanted to get the nose straight, because the terrible thing is the moment you go down and you put your wheels down, this aircraft obviously will turn as per design into the wind, and I wanted to just counter that, but the rudders are too sensitive. Well, thank you guys. Thank you.
Very nice.
Just need to save this. Oops, wrong lever. Need to save the flight for the VA now.
Approaching 3, 4.
That's E172 seems to have solved the problem.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. That was Orge's idea in the beginning. And it still works to this very day. It's an amazing McTrainey.
Yes, it is me, Kev.
Oh, the boss is here.
Approaching 3, 4.
And the very same to you as well, Cloudy.
Edelson. Hey, welcome. Thanks for the subscription. Thank you, thank you. Right. And there we go. We have filed it for the VA. I want to see that landing. Why are we not getting a replay? What?
Tell me that's clear, packed up as well.
Yeah, no replay. Alt and 4. Alt and R, sorry. There we go. I'm pressing the wrong button.
Blanca.
Woo! Today is not my day. I'm gonna go sleep now. I'm telling you. After everything that's happened today, I'm gonna go sleep now. Ah, it's not a nice day. Let's not. Captain Reynolds, enjoy. Yeah, I think I need an hour to sleep. If I come back later, we'll try it again. Otherwise, I'll just watch someone else's stream. Just relax for the rest of the day. Tomorrow's another day, and then we're gonna go hit it again with more vigor and less troubles, because we've sorted all the troubles out today, I think. Cheerio, Dougal. Stay well.
I got to go. Have a nice day. See you later on all.
You too. Bye-bye, Hakan.
Bye, Hakan.
See you later, Hagen.
See you.
Bye bye.
Funny. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you've tried it, but if you land on your nose wheel first, it will collapse nowadays. So I'm not gonna do it right now, but you guys must try it at some point in time just for fun. I know, Jorge. If I feel better, I'll let you know, and then we can chat again. Thanks for reaching out. I really appreciate that. Um, Carl, hello, hello, hello. We're at the end of an absolutely exhausting freaking stream. Was not one of the better ones, but anyway, at least we made it. We made it. You guys must enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk soon again. Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, thanks for that stream, Nico.
Yes,
Thank you,
I am.
Paul.
Thank you.
And thanks, Paul. Gentlemen, so on that note, I'll rewind the replay one more time and then I'm going to knock off. You guys must all have a wonderful day. I'm seriously going to go sleep an hour or two just to forget about some of the stuff and then we'll feel better and then we'll talk either later tonight or, guys, otherwise tomorrow I will be back on Twitch and then you guys can find me there. The link is below the video, so don't forget about that.